All right, ladies and gents, all right, and all right. A good morning. It's a late evening, early morning for your boy, Ian. Boy probably need to get to sleep, but there's some stuff on the heart that I got to talk about before we go off to do that, right? We want to say it that way. We want to make it plain. We want to make it real. Because family life is plain and it is real. While today is the first day of Lent, Sunday of Lent, I should say, because of course, you know, Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, aka Mardi Gras. We could go into that a little bit and different things as far as how they look at it as a pagan holiday. Again, we just take the truth of the fact that they're looking at fertility and we go from there, right? It's kind of a lot. What this sum up, I'm going to say sum up, right? This is another thing. We want to make a correction when we were doing our last episode here on Spotify. Shout out to Spotify family before we get into the open. Again, this is a very somber one today, family, because it's something that weighs on your boy's heart. On top of some information that I just saw right before I was going to head off to bed. And again, this is something that I want to talk about while it's fresh on my heart to talk about. Family, we're going to have to come together better as a family. There's this movie out here that Tyler Perry made, you know. Shout out to brother. Matter of fact, before we get there, let's do the open. Welcoming us, a different view family who believe in, who love after, who hunger and thirst, search and seek to find that which is a different view. Family, welcome in this evening. Joe's College Road Trip from Tyler Perry. How many have seen it so far, right? If you have not, I want to say this maybe have come out this month or the month before, okay? But it's out this year, it's this month, right? It's a Madea movie, kind of, because Madea is kind of in it. It's not, Tyler Perry's character, Madea, is not in it fully. Okay. Big Mama, Big Daddy, however you want to say it, from down south. Again, up north, we say it differently. Again, family, we're going to have to let go of the differences. These weird things that mass is set up with in our elders and our ancestors' minds and hearts that got passed down, family. Again, like we say on this podcast, and we know that for those who will hear it, the elders will get a little bit pissed. We understand why. But we ask that you not listen to the heart cry of the youth through the pain you went through, and you listen to it, to the shared experiences that you both go through. That we're not better than. Let me say it again. We're not better than, because this is me as a young elder as compared to those who may be 60 and 70 and 80. Please hear me. We are not better than. We are only the sum of the crap that we have gone through under massive family. And we're the sum of the grace that has been shown to us, thereby we could glean knowledge, precious knowledge, that we learned out of the fires of oppression. So I don't know where Joe is coming off in this movie, family, acting like you're higher than. I know that the elder, this is where the disconnect is, but damn it, you better find that plug. We're gonna talk like the elders do, right? You better find that plug and plug it in that wall if you want the power to come back on. I'll tell you that. Family, we playing right in Master's trap. The more we keep playing this, I'm older than you, so I know better. Family, we don't know better. We only know what we've been shown. And much of what the elder and the ancestor has been shown was shown under great pain. Family, as I speak these words, we understand as Christians that there's a great cloud of witnesses. We're talking about healing beginning. And it cannot begin in the seat of haughtiness. That's right there, attached right there, right? It's sitting right on the side of the seat of the scornful. And you hear it clear as day out of the elder. You can hear it. This is not for us to treat them in a level of disrespect, but to be aware. This is to the youth. Be aware. We're not supposed to be here taking and wasting time, disrespecting each other, family. It's wasted energy. That was mess that was done as a defense. Can we be clear? You out there in that field all day. That hot ass weather. Cold ass weather. Working sun up to sundown. Can't see you in the morning to can't see you at night. Ain't that's how it's said in the village, family. But there is something missing. That underneath that pain, a callus occurred, don't you know? Oh yeah, right in the midnight hour, man. The train don't stop, family. Don't you know that when you use your hands too much? I know our elders like to get on the youth for not using their hands enough, but I like to, again, it's a different view over here. And we're going to address certain things that we've seen in this movie, right? Because again, should this boy know how to drive a car that's not electric? Of course. There are certain skills that are necessary, but if you wasting your time, elders, making fun of him, damn it, don't you? We know that might have worked for you. Let me read this out of the Miseducation of Negro. Excuse me 1 second. Let me see if I can find the right button for this. I might get the wrong one. Let's see if we can get it on the first shot. That's the wrong one. Let's try again. Maybe this one? No. So there you go, right? In real time. It's supposed to have a little waiting sound. We didn't have that. Hey. So, let's just see if we can find this in real time. This is... I don't know if I've played this yet. I don't know if I've played this yet, but we want to see if we can find it, and I'm almost positive that is this one. Family, listen, let's keep it 100 when we're talking about the youth and the elder. If we don't learn this stuff, do you know we ain't got a shot? We ain't got a shot in hell, because we're not operating a certain energy that we need to. Let's listen in. Let's listen in to old KRS-One, see what he got to say.
Some of the legends like yourself can help guide the newer generation.
Oh, easily. First of all, we got to guide each other. It's not, we're not in an age of leadership anymore. We can see that. So where we really at right now is this. Remember this. If older people don't listen to younger people, they become slow amongst older people. When younger people don't listen to older people, they become slower amongst younger people.
Family, if we can't listen to each other, how is this? This is something you can find on YouTube. You just KRS-One talking about old and new generations. Okay, now hip hop, whatever art form, it don't matter. If we gonna keep playing this game, in my day, right? I'm not gonna hit Joe's accent very well, right? But this is Tyler Perry's daddy in these Madea movies. I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong, right? I think he is, right? I really didn't pay attention to much to the movies because, again, some of the imagery, listen, to the black community, y'all get mad at me if you want to. Some of the imagery, I just don't. It's the same thing with Tyler Perry's it's that governor thing. I think it's She the People, something like that. I just, there's too much coonism going on, okay? You got the one brother, Reggie, he acting like a fool, like what happens mostly in the community. Family, again, there's no more time for the excuses if we talking about coming up. I'm not better than nobody. I'm not better than not one person on this planet. Again, to take the phrase from Jesus loves the little children, red, yellow, black, or white. I ain't better than nobody, family. You understand? But at the end of the day, at some point, we're going to have to speak. We're going to have to speak the truth to a thing. We're not talking about, I had seen one fool-headed thing, something about the Epstein files will release spiritual warfare and all this stuff. Family, let me tell you something. Get off the spooky train, okay? To each their own. If you want to do it, it's your business. But we letting you know, we talking about looking at your open enemy who does not give two damns about kids. You better let that know from the jump, which is another one of these things in this Joe College movie. Is parents, and listen, we've gone on record talking about things even in my own life. And we shout out the parents. Number one. Let's keep it 100, right? We're going to keep it 100 on this podcast. Shout out to the parents who look after their kids that don't want to let them know about what's going on as far as slavery is concerned and certain things in black culture. Shout out to y'all. Just one time. Hey, KJ, why could you do something like that when you know how serious this is? Number one, do you know how serious this is? And telling children, you better be. It's the same thing with Joe sitting here playing in this thing, talking to this young boy about sex. You can mess up a kid real quick doing that mess. We have learned improperly from Massa. See, they were the ones doing the breeding mules to Big Mama and them, right? Our greats and our Greekity greats. Again, our ancestors. That was them running them breeding mules, wasn't it? So did you learn sex properly that way? Okay. Now you come up a little bit further after Project Housing has occurred. Again, listen to the way that's said, because we're talking about how they said it on the books, historically, how they said it on the books. Project Housing. Experiments that black folks caused, not nobody else. So before, again, we understand other people groups got caught up in that, but the thing was set up for the dark brown and family. See, unfortunately, right, we like to hold on to a thing to make us feel better about how badly we're being screwed every day. So we say that all the time on here, but that's what it is. Okay. Maybe we don't want to be learning sex education from this kind of pimp hoe kind of mentality. Maybe that's improper. Yeah, it's got some stuff in it that is involved in sexual dynamic, but maybe there's not a full wholesome view there, right? This is why we say for those family, at some point becomes an age of accountability for us all that we need to learn these things before you send folks out into life and into college and into school and all these other places without teaching nobody nothing. What are we doing? This is why we have said this before on this podcast, because there's this thing out here, especially with Christians and all this kind of stuff, where everything is on the disciple, which is just a fancy word for student. Okay? Before you get there, make sure we talk about the teacher first. Where the rabbi is at. Where, again, we had talked about teacher, certain things within this thing that deals with folks who break down like science, math, philosophy, belief, all that kind of. Where's the teacher at? Before you can't have students, family. It's got to be one hand's washing the other here, okay? Right? This is the same mess that goes on inside the home, which you could see a little bit of that between. That's brother, sister, I believe. My wife had actually shout out to you, honey, one time. She had corrected me dealing with which one is right, because again, I don't pay attention to these things. So somebody got to put you on. That's another one of those things that came up in this thing. These things are hitting me rapid fire, family. So we're just gonna go with it, right? So hang on, hang on this one. Still, we under the thing of treasure and love, family. Again, love deals with affection. Treasure deals with the things that we hold dearly, family. Do we love treasure, or do we treasure love? Which one do we see, family? What we telling you, we ain't listening to the nice little wordplay that's being done no more. We're looking at the actions. Do you know how many nations are being affected right now as a result of El Presidente and the United States government under the guise of holiness? Talking about we trying to stop the rapists and all this mess. What they're doing with the oil in Venezuela that's affecting other nations, that you're going to hear people come back and say stupid stuff like we going to continue to play Megyn Kelly's thing, right? Again, imagery. Imagery is also how this thing works. And let's just do this in real time. What's the definition of image, KJ? Again, many of these things, while you can go do a deep dive and get multiple different books to break down the word image, family, it's as simple as a Google search, okay? As a noun from Oxford Dictionary, right? As we know, Lord, after watching Bridgerton, man, you could look at, again, for people who get mad when your boy is making the observations as far as England and Bridgerton, don't get mad at me. Get mad at the folks who did this, okay? Who set up a society like this, then came over here and poured it up over here. Because the tribes here, we weren't doing that kind of mess. And matter of fact, any of the tribes that had any issues, allow them to fix it without you adding on more mess. Yeah, but I know most people, when you're in that bag, you ain't gonna talk like that. Okay, you ain't gonna do it. It's always got to have a little bit extra, something else to it. A representation of the external form of a person. A representation of the external form of a person or thing in art. Say it again. A representation. An image is a representation. Especially for the Christian. I mean, we ain't never seen God, what he look like. Look at people. And you're going to see the negative. When they talk about the God of this world, yeah, look at people. When that man going over there getting oil, no, pause. When they burned down Osage County and Tulsa, again, we said two places, Osage County and Tulsa in Oklahoma. That was over the oil. The way they reacted with Sarah Rector and her oil here in the state of Oklahoma. That's over the oil. God to them, the God of this world. There's a difference. Gold, oil, and drugs. Or gold, oil, and dirt. Gold, oil, and diamonds. Wherever, what are the minerals that are over in Africa? How did they operate with the Berlin Conference? No, I know this is the time where all the defenses come in. We're just telling you the truth of a thing. Who was sitting at the seat of negotiations at that family? A whole bunch of countries. At least 10 plus from what you see in history. They were sitting there talking about that it's their right for Africa to be chopped up amongst them. That's what you go look it up. U.S. was sitting at the seat. What was you sitting there for? I thought we weren't supposed to sit in that. We ain't supposed to sit in that seat. It's a Christian nation. What are y'all even doing there? Huh? Again, why is there a pastor that's a leader, co-leader, whatever of ICE? Why are you there? You ain't supposed to be there. No, we ain't playing no more, family. It's wrong. It's wrong. And they come after the truth tellers. That's how it works. Image. The general impression of that a person, organization, or product presents to the public, like she strives to project an image of youth. So again, a general impression. What is the impression, family, that we have of God? Again, they either come in for the land, they come in for what you got there. That's how it works. I know, again, in the history books, they'll tell you that the that Europe was doing just fine when they came over here to quote unquote look for the new world. We all know that number one, was no such thing as a new world. It was just world. That what they called the old world was just world. Over here is all just world. Okay. Whatever they found here new was new to them because they ain't seen it yet. It doesn't make where they were old. It just makes you found something that you hadn't seen yet. You want to slap the word new on there. That's your business. You was just discovering. Of course, we know they wasn't just discovering, they was looking to take. Somewhere along the line, we'll play the objective thing. Somewhere along the line, that switched from just, hey, we're here to explore and find out, to we're going to take everything you got. And family, we're letting you know those kind of people you need to watch out for. Do you understand? They ain't there with the smiling. Again, The OJs let you know. They smiling in your face. All the while they want to take your place. Okay? So this is representations, impressions. Again, you're in the image of. Family, a lot of people out here in the image of master. And there are some who are not. Which one are we? And when it comes to this movie, Joe's college trip, as the grandparent, especially you go to church, you know your Bible tells you to put away childish things. Sitting there getting in arguments with the youth over the way they look at life. Excuse me. As compared to the way that another will look at life. It's a silly conversation. Because all we're supposed to be doing here both ways. Oh, you didn't heard KRS-One now. We know some people don't put no weight on what he's saying, but the truth was coming out of his mouth. We got to listen to each other. And that goes for men and women too, by the way. I know, brothers, y'all masculine. And we got these muscles. And we got these beards and this hair on the chest and this hair on the back and this hair on your ass and everywhere else. We know. Go and tell a woman how she can't look when we all know. Women got hair growing everywhere just the same. Why? Because male and female. Never mind. If you're created from the same source, from something in the image of, don't you think you would share some similarities? Nah, we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it. We know. Again, you got to hold on to an image that's going to help you stay right in that status quo. And again, the status quo is on Master's plantation. We good on that. We good on that. Fearfully and wonderfully made. See, we're going to go to those verses, right? We can still stay on the other ones. That's cool. It's cute. We've been doing it. To be honest, the other side of the thing is we have not latched on to the stuff necessary for life and godliness yet. Like putting away backbiting, bearing false witness, busybodies, the kind of stuff the Bible equivalates to witchcraft. But we don't know nothing about that. A good service ain't a good service until after it's over and you're sitting there talking about the people in the church. Again, we ain't nobody better than nobody, family. We talking about all have sinned means all have sinned. We ain't playing that game over here. What are we doing? You can't see this brother for the fact. Now listen, we understand in this movie, he's driving an electric car. Okay. It's what it is. If folks want to plug up their cars nationwide, that's your business. If you use gas, as everybody's been using, guess what? That's your business. Just make sure both people have both options. That's all. That's all. Real simple. How we use energy is how we use energy. Family, let me tell you something. Whether you're using gasoline, petroleum, whatever, the same kind of mess that's in the red dye 5. We're just saying what it is. That kind of grossed me out to find it out in sodas. That red dye 5 is made of like petroleum or something like that. Y'all can look it up. It's gross. What the heck are they putting in soda? Carbonated liquids, family? What do we do? Because the youth looks at this thing a little bit different than us, that's not their death sentence. Okay? We're still supposed to be there and lead them and guide them through this. No matter how green, because at one point you was green, right? Elders, at one point you was real green. And somebody had to take you out. Now again, unfortunately, then they show this caricature in this movie where you take a kid out and you just throw him in the water. Now, the stupid joke. Tyler Perry, brother, let me tell you something. It's cute. We're thankful that we're putting on black art. See, unfortunately, we say this about Lash Legend, okay? We say this about Jade Cargill. Family, we understand and we're appreciative for the black woman being involved in wrestling. What we talking about is a full product. You ain't telling me that you're looking at the strong women, whether they be black or white, that's just going around botching up moves all over the place. We not family. That's not black excellence. That's that. Again, the defense is in the mind. So as soon as someone says something about something like this, the first thing you go to is an attack. This isn't an attack. We're letting you know the attack is the opposite way around while you're thinking the person telling you this is attacking you. What do I mean by that? The one that's doing the attacking is the person that puts the caricature on. The Sarah Bartmans of the world. so on and so forth, where they make caricatures. That Mammy character, BS, while Kevin Nash can come out his mouth and call Javon Evans Bojangles, Mammy is involved in that same minstrel's character. Because they use both. Don't go into that space. They use both of those, anything to discredit the black person. That's what it is. And what they're doing is giving you half-ass imagery, family. That's what they're doing. We don't want to see women doing botching with this. We want to see that thing clean like the men do, right? That's the whole thing between women. It ain't for the women to sit there and botching it up. Do the men botch it up? Again, this ain't just for the European blonde hair, fair skin is only. Family, let go of this. Beauty is in every form now. Don't you know the creator, the designer, the fashioner made it that way? This is Massa come along saying there's only one group. So one part of the imagery here that got me on that is that he takes his he's doing this with his son, right? Because his son is retelling some of the trauma that his parents put him through. And family, your Bible says, do not provoke your hey. We get the father's part. We putting the mothers in there too, family, because we know, right? Single parent households, mothers and fathers. Okay, you need both. You need two perspectives. Shout out to the single mamas. We coming up on Mother's Day, and then after that's going to be Father's Day. Shout out to the single mamas and daddies out there in the village. We mean no ill will, family, but some of this we gonna have to put down if we want a stronger community. It ain't gonna work wanting a stronger community, making fun of the way your kids do a thing. Let me see if we can, before we get into some of these videos, some of this information, and then we just gonna go on about it then. Let me see if I still got this pulled up. I might not, and they may have gotten rid of some stuff on your boy here, but let's just see. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's see. All right, so on page 65, right, in the book, The Miseducation of the Negro, this is what, again, we in Black History Month, this is the father of Black history. Off his boldness, Carter Godwin Woodson, off his boldness, we're celebrating in this month now. This is what he had to say about how the elders look at the youth and how dangerous that is. And family, it is dangerous behavior. We have to revamp how we look at the thing and still keep the holy traditions of the past going forward into the future. In this particular respect, now when we've talked about, again, brothers and sisters, we mean this specifically for black folks. We mean this generally for people in general. We've gone over the 12 universal laws. Inside those laws, deal with transmutated energy. You can make fun of this all you want to, right? Energy changes. The law of correspondence, as is on one side, is on another. Again, they say as above is below, but again, correspondence, again, laws and rules in prior generations, whether we're talking the silent, the boomer, whichever one, right? Going forward in the alpha or whatever ones they got, Z, Y, W, I don't care what letter mass is putting on people's ages, okay? In particular respect, Negro education, in quotation marks, is a failure. And disastrously so, because in its present predicament, the race is especially, in need of vision and invention to give humanity something new. So we talk about the folding chair. We done talked about central heating. We done talked about microphones. We done talked about GPS systems. We have talked about exploits with space as far as mathematics goes. We have talked about science. with heart surgeries and all these kinds of things, holding leadership positions, whether you're talking about Barack Obama, Thurgood Marshall, it doesn't matter who you name. Family, humanity, listen to me clear, needs something new. And wouldn't it be the so-called black men and women to bring said innovation? It's time for us to tap into listening to needed change instead of us stuck trying to make fun of Massa or whoever else, our own family members, whatever it is. That is wasted energy. The world doesn't, he goes on to say, the world does not want and will never have the heroes and heroines of the past. Again, it only goes but so far. And then you got to go up into the future. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. 1996, been a minute. 98 and all it. That's been a minute. What have we been doing lately? That's not a thing from a greed-filled mindset, although it can be. What we're talking about, family, is what have you? Cowboys been flopping around this whole time, playing around in the past. But again, you heard the brother say that only goes but so far. They ain't looking for what happened back then. What you doing for me now? What this age needs is an enlightened youth. Oh, yes, and amen. And you're seeing it, especially in this movie. That kid had enough guts to talk back to grandpa. Don't you know now the son ain't had that kind of, nah, it ain't there. It take a couple generations to get some boldness. Don't you know David? I know to the black to the black conscious community, just hold on a second before you go all down your brother's throat here with David. We get it, okay? As a Christian, I am more than wise enough to say where there's some serious problems. When you're okay taking your military person's wife and killing him, okay? Hey, we get it. There's some stuff that needs to be talked about. We're just talking about this part of it here. We need to stop disregarding David's, specifically speaking, younger people. That's not going to do it. Laughing and joking, that ain't going to do it. He's too young. He don't know this. He don't. Everybody didn't know something at some point. Now you know. That is life. It's no different. We need to get more involved in teaching. Even if they don't want to hear, you be ready to speak when the time comes. Open your mouth and I will fill it, right? This is what we hear going up in the church house. So you take that same attitude with the youth. Not to undertake their tasks like theirs. And they mean theirs, they mean like those of the past. But to imbibe the spirit of these great men, and of course we know women too, and answer the he doesn't say women, but we, again, this ain't a planet just of men, so we know there's women there too. We're not making no excuses for that, so you can save your excuses for this patriarchal mess, okay? Oh, this is God made it that, no, because again, male and female created he them. Never mind. We know he's ain't making she's, but we'll leave that alone. Imbibe the spirit of these great men and women and answer the present call of duty with equal nobleness of soul. Family, we don't need the elder. We don't need the elder telling the youth to be like them. We need the elder to tell the youth how to be the best version of the youth. In light of what we have learned as we have come up through said pain. Know that some of what we're going to say has been shaped in pain, and we have to be careful giving said information to those who are reaching after holiness. Don't you know it look different? It looks different. Yeah, the knowledge is still there, but it's going to sound, it's going to operate different. When you're operating out of wholeness and out of pain. Again, when you're operating in pain in relationships, man, can't we see the damage we're causing? You bringing over stuff to these people, they don't even know nothing. We haven't become whole yet. Then you're going to sit here and try to bring wholeness to where you're broken. You wouldn't do that with your. Unfortunately, because we broke, a lot of us got to do it with our cars. But all things said, are you going to sit there and you drive around a broke car? Got a busted radiator? Come on now, talk to me, somebody. You know, these car repairs, man, they playing the game. That's why I say they all should be leased. Nobody's sitting there, none of y'all foot that bill. Stop making it anyway. Anyway, we'll leave it alone. We know certain people aren't ready for certain things. That's fine. We still put it out there anyway. Y'all mull it over in your own mind. Leave some info in the comments, all that kind of thing. Family, we doing a disservice to our youth, man. This ain't help. I know we think it is, man. This ain't helping them, man. All you doing is telling them about how hard they are. Y'all check this out. This is how it goes, man. And he began to teach. This is Mark 4, right? Again, this is the Sunday message. So we're gonna play around. Again, treasure and love, man. We're gonna continue in this thought. What do we hold precious? What do we love dear? What hold precious, not love. This is using the word. They're using the word instead of the definition. What do we have affection for, family? What is that we hold dear? What is it? For some of us, it's possessions over people. For some of us, it's people over the possession. Just know that. He began to, again, people got a lot. They got a good game to say, but we're just saying what it is, family. It's what it is. He began to teach by the seaside, and there was gathered to him a great multitude. We're going to leave that part alone. So again, when you're doing something, family, again, as above, so for all these fools of Sanhedrin that had all these people and they teaching them and they blah, 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 blah. Look what's happening on the other side, man. Don't come back and talk to me about it's supposed to be meek and lowly. All over the place, Jesus had great multitudes following him. What are y'all talking about? What is the Christian talking about with this kind of like suffering? What is that? Anyway, so much so that he entered into a ship. He had to get up into the sea because the folks was pushing him back off the land. Right? That's how many people was there. So to be able to speak to the folks, he had to do it from a boat. Like when you get the megaphone, like Pauly D on the Jersey Shore with the megaphone. Let me see if I can simulate it with this. Hang on a second. And there's kind of an echo like this. Yeah. Jesus had to sit there. And you got to get up somewhere else to kind of, hello. Right? The whole multitude was by the sea on the land. Okay. So they standing on the beach. They stand on the shore. They listen to him out on that boat. He taught them many things by parables. That's normally how Semitic speak. Okay. They're not the only group on the planet that does that. African proverbs, by the way. Okay. It take a village to raise a child. So maybe we should get involved in that instead of making fun of them all the time. Anyway. Again, I understand it goes both ways, but y'all came before the kids, so it's time to kind of put this. It's the same thing with therapy in the hood, man. We in the village. What are we doing? Can we please? As brothers, some of us as brothers, man. Anyway. Let's just continue on. He taught them many parables and said unto them in his doctrine, hearken, listen up. Behold, they went out a sower to sow. So, us gardeners here, again, spring coming, I know in certain places. Shout out New York one time. Y'all be careful in the snow. Your boy's been seeing some stuff and we already know, right? And we know, like some of these other states, they got just enough for one plow. That's because these other poor states, their governor's sitting there taking that much. Anyway, the sower went to sow. This is Mark 4, verse 4, or verse 3. Now, verse 4. It came to pass as he sowed, some fell by the wayside. Fowls came and ate it. Okay. Some fell on stony ground where it had not much earth, not a lot of dirt, not a lot of good places to grow. And it came up quickly. It says, and immediately it sprang up. So it came up quickly. But because there was no depth of the earth, once the elements hit, it was scorched. There's no root. when you are not connected to your roots. This is for you This is for you history hating folk out there. Your roots is in that. This is another thing that came out in this movie with this Joe thing. While we're at it, right? Let me get the brother's name right because I want to say his name right. Y'all are going to see it come up. In the news, because it's going to be news. It's going to be trending for a minute. We're sure that there's a good possibility. I could be wrong. I hope I am, but we'll see. Grand Rapids police shooting. Family, have y'all seen this? This is a couple days ago. Daquan Johnson. Brother, may you rest in peace. Because again, another one of these things that's brought out in this movie is, y'all got to get past it. Do you tell that to the Japanese after you bomb them? Do you tell that to the Jewish person? You hear us say this all the time. Do you say that to the Jewish person whose ancestors went through a horrible, horrible genocide? Do you say that to them? No, family, we know no matter who it is. Do the English say that to the Irish? I would assume you would, Because in reality, when you go and you take over their land, we don't act like they buddy, family. There's a certain mentality that English people, the same language you're speaking. No, I know it sounds a little bit different than how it is over there. This is another thing. We had said broken down, talking about Irish and Scottish language. When we say that, we're talking about the broken English in which they speak. And this is going to get into something with Megyn Kelly. Don't nobody ever have a problem with that speech, but it's always Spanish. Again, Celtic and Scottish people have their own language. I just want to put that out. When you hear this in previous episodes as far as a broken down language, this is a language broken down mixture of their own tongue and English. We're not disparaging people's countries here, okay? Just to clear that up, if I haven't already. But supposedly, he's running from whatever they're doing. Again, know that when you're talking about justice, family, that word literally is giving you away. It's giving away its meaning over here in masses government. Because we know it's the one built over the top of the people groups already living here. Again, dark-skinned folks like California Indians, natives, right? Indians, this word Indians, natives, Aboriginal people, as well as the Mayan. The Mayan is down in South America. The Aztec, the Incan. Incan was down in South America. The Mayan, a little further up. Okay, that's Central America. Aztecs, Mexicans. These people groups were here when we talk about our brothers and sisters over in the islands, because clearly, again, folks got a problem with Bad Bunny. We haven't talked about, again, I've got other excerpts on TikTok and such like that. Again, Spotify, Pandora, Apple. That's a different view. The artist name is KJ. YouTube, at a different view, 80. Same name. The artist name is KJ. On TikTok, KJ's Clock. That's where you can find a lot of stuff here I've already posted. Different quotes and excerpts from the podcast. All types of stuff y'all can find, Just follow you, brother. If I follow you back, sometimes when you get a lot of followers, you don't follow everybody back, okay? But when you get followers, again, you'll be able to see all this information. Okay? But it's 2 days ago. There's this stuff here. Who got the video? Who don't have a video? Other people in the neighborhood. Listen, for y'all now, I understand normally this happens right about the so-called white police officer shoot somebody. We ain't got video camera. Well, we do, but we ain't got video footage when our own are shooting each other. But we got video footage to show when the crooked cop is doing it. Family, do not be, as we rise as a nation, there's no more time to do the double standard. Our brothers and sisters who are operating foolishly with each other and taking the lives of innocent nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters. There's an article out there, some mess went on in the hood. Y'all remember the old hip hop artist Mano? I believe his son was like 1 and died from stray bullets. What are we doing? What are we doing? At this point, I don't even care. We trying to get street cred when you living inside of masses made up environment. What is the streets? This is stuff they left. Why would you want their secondhand scraps? It's the same thing with being hustlers. They're the one that tell you this tax representation. Again, where my man El Presidente can make a board of peace off of $10 billion of the taxpayers' dollar to very little. You don't even see a uproar on that. And we can do all the spin stories about what this board of peace is supposed to be for. We good. Okay. As much as the UN is there, we're just gonna keep it 100. Do you see the UN solving certain issues that deal with? You don't, and they're not going to. Okay, so you fill in the blanks. Again, sitting at a UN meeting. Israel and the United States on the books are the two that said that food was not a human right. Family, and they played around with that. No, that's not really what they meant. We know this is always what Massa does. So again, Daquan Johnson. Y'all remember that name? You're going to be hearing it a lot. You're going to be seeing some very graphic videos because again, Massa do what Massa do. Well, everybody want to talk about who ain't a slave. Don't you realize you didn't get the so-called gun, the firearm of defense in your hand till after you was off that plantation away from Massa? And then made sure that you was mentally broken enough to put you in the hood around said weapons and then create a pseudo hate with your brother that's who you're blowing away. We are not advocating violence over here, family. We want to put that out here right from the jump, because we are done on these defenses that Massa be using. Okay? Defensive people is something that is everywhere. That's why you have all this money when we talk this great nation stuff. The United States is defending itself. We all should. Family defense is a God-given thing. Now, has Massa taken and corrupted it and took your tax dollar to make sure that the defense is making sure that they play the bully in Venezuela or the bully in Cuba or the bully in Haiti? Huh? Talk to me, family. Yeah, we already know that. Again, this is historical stuff. Well, you can keep talking that communist thing. We can look at the capitalism right here and see how bad it is. We ain't playing that game between which socioeconomic thought is worse. The people are the problem, not the thought. Whether it's people supposed to benefit. This again, we on midterm seasons. We just gonna reiterate. Y'all take it or leave it. Ain't no such thing as left and right. Those are just directions on the car signal or directions. There is no such thing as conservative and liberal. You think on a thing. You either think in a traditional sense or you think in a less traditional sense. We'll say it that way. Because there is still some level of tradition with liberal people. It's just different or less than what another side would think. But at the end of the day, guess what the common denominator is? What you think. So one group would think you should have gun control. Another one should think you should have gun rights. That's just how y'all think. We keep buying into masses buzzwords. They're playing around with the language. But then again, when they took over these lands, guess what language they gave you that you're not speaking? Or that you are speaking that you're in other groups you're not. You're speaking English. English is coming from where, family? No, let's not do this. It's broken down from where? Yeah, over in England. The flag's colors. This is no disrespect. We're just saying what it is. The flag's colors. It's shocking that no matter where England, Britain, United Kingdom went, Union Jack, these red, white, and blue colors are all over the place. I wonder how they got there. Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, or again, government, religion, sex. This would also include where genders fall in. That was another one of these things that there was joked about on there. Again, elders are disrespectful when it comes to that. We can do this. God only made two, and we get it. But you know who don't? The youth. Can you let them just? You hold on to what you believe in. They're gonna do this thing. You're gonna be dead and gone by the time it's family. You're gonna be dead and gone by the time it's over. And guess what? It's gonna be the same thing repeated over again with a new generation. Just let it rock. You're gonna be gone in glory. Ain't that what y'all waiting for? So that's why sometimes when you talk to people, I don't know what they're after. The next one after sex is war. We know war means confusion. So we say battle, we say continental battles, you know what I mean? Or intercontinental battles. Sometimes that thing pour over into the bedroom, which is another one of these things that they show in this thing. Health, right? Healthcare. Family, if you don't, Massa got a lock on all 10 of these. Okay, you better show caution. And unfortunately, we're talking in the justice system. This deals with law. These are their laws. Clearly, they made up a whole set over the top of the natives who were already here living. This is where you get this migrant, immigrant, or what's legal and illegal as far as migration is concerned. Massa just brought over a bunch of people. Do you understand why Megyn Kelly would flip out? Let's finish off the video because we had started part of it a while ago. Let's finish it off so that y'all can hear the rest of her beautiful almost 2-minute rant over how illegitimate. just be plain. How illegitimate Spanish folks are talking about Bad Bunny's Super Bowl.
As our primetime entertainment.
Okay, what is the national language, officially, the national language of the United States of America?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it
There is a very funny thing when you speak to people who deal in a manipulative space. And I want to say it that way purposefully. Family, we right here in what they call the Americas, because again, the natives did not, the original people all over the Americas did not call the Americas, right? What languages do you think they would speak? No, I know we like kind of overwrote it like it's a weird video game memory file, but I'm asking, what do you know? You don't know because the colonizer made sure that a lot of that stuff got buried. Right? But when you get caught up in this thinking, the only thing now we talking about transplants, family, she can trace back her family quite easily. You can trace back your family to everybody over in Europe. Family, this is Europe 2.0 here, okay? I understand what we like doing in the mind to kind of make this like this is something new. This is part of the game. Well, it's not on the books that way. But then again, neither is calling Montezuma's hat a Moor hat anymore. Because, you see, they played around with the terminology on the books. Let's see if I still got this pulled up. I might not, you know. There's a few things here. I think I do. Let me just scroll through. Was that it? No? Is this it? Like we told to y'all before about Mr. Plecker, who's Presbyterian, by the way. That was awesome to find out how a man could be this divisive and be in the church. Still shocks me. Maybe it shouldn't, right? Some of the elders in the family are gonna be like, okay, Jay, man, this is what this is. But looking at this, man, this is gross. This is gross. It's estimated, this is back in 1924, March 1924. We're coming up on March here in a little bit, right? It's estimated that there are, back in 1924, this is what this fool of a man had to say. It's estimated that there are in the state, this is back in Virginia. Now, we can say just from the document that it's Virginia, but, okay. that there are in the state from 10,000 to 20,000, possibly more, near white people who are known to possess an intermixture of colored blood. They call them near white. Again, a lot of this is to set up a certain system under the banner of this white phrase. Again, they're known to possess a intermixture of colored blood. In some cases, to a slight extent, it is true, but still enough to prevent them from being white. Under whose system? Family, this is why I say you ain't white or black. You're from somewhere. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on a little further down from this. Okay. In page 2, he gets on to a whole lot of how to go about doing this. Again, he literally comes out and says that he wants to succeed. So again, in the paragraph about 3 down on page 2, to succeed, the intermarriage of the white race with mixed stock, like we're some animal or some beef broth or chicken stock or something, must be made impossible. What's the part to succeed at? That you got to make this impossible. Oh, we know, to keep it as pure white as possible. Why? The rules are designed for the benefits and the spoils of a war to go to one group. No different than what they said in the 1800s in the Berlin Conference, that it is the. Let me just see. Let me see if. Let's see, in the Berlin Conference, Europe's statement. The riches of Africa must be. This is in there. This is in the script you can find about the Berlin Conference. These nations came together, family. 1884. While they playing around, listen. While they playing around Reconstruction, this was the real Reconstruction going on. Okay. The riches of Africa must benefit all Europeans equally. Say what? Excuse me, say what? What Africa got to do with? Oh, it's got to, because y'all got to take it. We get it. We get it. So let's just roll on back. Let's roll on back. We've been on talking here for about an hour. So we about to finish up here, right? And I'm gonna go to sleep. The intermarriage of the white race with mixed stock must be made impossible. But that is not sufficient. Okay, so we really want to bury this thing. What else you got to do, sir? Create public sentiment. So, or this way it's said in the document, public sentiment must be aroused that intermixture out of wedlock will cease. So we talking about all the way around. Whether you say I do, or if you screw first, get pregnant with a kid, and then say I do or don't. So the baby mama or the wife, the husband and the baby daddy, that's a When it comes to interracial, no. You automatically put in the colored class. This is under this dude. Now, again, earlier in the thing, it shows where there's like a rejection of black folks, and white folks are rejecting as well because you're not fully white. So that's what our mixed brothers and sisters going to have to go through. That's what this system is. Now, again, to our black brothers and sisters, somebody got to be loving to somebody, or else they're going to love themselves and X y'all out completely. And to be honest, if you're not going to love them, that's what's going to happen anyway, right? We just can keep that 100. I mean, some folks might be praying on a miracle or something. Man, if you don't show love to folks, it's not going to work. Talking about switching up terms, because again, this man just come up. This is page 3 now. Mixtures of either of these crossings with true Negroes should be designated as black, Negro, or colored. Okay, let's just go back to the end of 2 for a second. For the purposes of establishing, I don't know what this man talking about. For the purpose of establishing the true color of individuals for the future. This is what this ain't gonna end in 1925. This is for all eternity under their system, for as long as this thing lasts. Physicians and others who report births and marriages will, as far as possible, use color terms accurately. Here you go. Mulatto. Now, again, in Spanish, we know it means mule. We are not playing, or Latin. We are not playing this game where in certain places it's nice and it's... The man on the books say mulatto is the offspring of a white person and a Negro. Okay, what's next? A quadroon. Q-U-A-D, not a quad like, like our country, like our country brothers and sisters, like, quad, them ATVs, they four-wheeling all over and we ain't talking about that. A quadroon is the offspring of a white and Negro, aka mulatto, and a white person. So as that continues to go down, right? This is the same effect the opposite way. Say when you have you're a 16th this, an 8th that, all that. It's just the reverse. Okay. An octoroon. Speaking of eighths, an octoroon. Okay. The offspring of a quadroon and a white person. They just, again, we just making up terms, family. See, again, for the purpose of establishing whatever they call true color. Again, as it said, we're all different shades of wheat, family, but we'll leave it alone. Now, he done did all this, right? So again, mixtures of either of these crossings with true Negroes, whatever that means, should be, again, because they saying Negro is black, but they're also putting in all this other stuff here. So again, these are the folks that are muddying the waters here. But the thing is very clear that people are just getting together with people and having offspring. There's no black and white. You're from somewhere, whether it be the islands, whether it be Central America, South America, North America, Italy, Europe, Asia. You're from somewhere. These designations will be designated as black, Negro, or colored. So again, before y'all get in your bag talking about who ain't which one, they recognize these mixtures as black, Negro, or colored. Okay, let's continue. The term mixed or issue, which is similar to mix when you go look it up, and perhaps one or two others will be understood to mean a mixture of white and black races. Now, check this out. Again, this is always to push the white race, which is a made-up term, with the white predominating. Say what? Again, in the master system, even humans marrying other shade tone of humans. This is the mess you have to deal with them. Everything is set up for you to lose and for them to win. That is the class that should be reported with the greatest care. As many of these are on the borderline, not Madonna's borderline, we're talking about something different, and constitute the real danger of race intermixture. The term Indian will no longer be accepted for that class. So for our native brothers and sisters that hook up with white folk, under their class, you lose your native status, but must be applied to those of known pure blood, of known pure Indian blood, or those mixed with white. If there's a mixture of Negro, they must not be classed as Indians, but as Negro or mixed Indian. Japanese, Chinese, and other Mongolian and Malay races must be designated as such, given the country of their birth. Wait. So the man talking about white and black and Negro and all this stuff. And then right here in this thing, he tells you that this thing has to do with the given country of their birth. So question, how could you do that for our Asian brothers and sisters, our Polynesian brothers and sisters, and then skip on that? See, family, they let the truth out of the bag and we're not paying attention. Like we said, you come from somewhere. I hadn't even read this, and I knew that because you can see it just looking at life, looking at history. You come from somewhere. You ain't white or black. What is that? Anyway, given their country of birth or of their ancestors, which again is going to come from somewhere. Family, this, you know, this is a good place to stop. We gonna stop. We've given you the source. This is the Racial Integrity Act of 1924. You can look it up. It's still on the books where people can read it. Of course, Master gonna keep this one up for people to just for you to, maybe they should take this one down too. Family, at the end of the day, know you are playing inside their game. It is a dangerous one meant for you to lose. So again, a lot of these caricatures, family, maybe it's time that we let it go. We're looking for excellence now. I'm not looking for no half-ass. We're not looking for half-ass nothing. They don't do nothing half-ass. Even as sick as it is with the Epstein files, they ain't doing nothing half-ass. That thing is all the way. We should expect no different from ourselves. Right? That's what I got for you today, family. Thank you very much for walking this road with me again. Before I forget here, we want to keep this brother's name at the forefront. Daquan Johnson. Brother, we send our heart out to your family, right? And may you rest in peace from this mess. We done on the man talking and putting down stuff, talking about who the criminal, when they the lead criminal in this thing. Talking about who ain't what and what's not a double. And folks want to get in this, it's emotional and all this. Family, again, people ain't moved with compassion no more. So that kind of excuse is lost on me a little bit, right? Something got to move you in this life. Something, right? In this case over here, as people treatment, family, this thing is a little much now. Okay. And it was funny. It was unfortunate that I'd made a joke a while ago talking about that the police brutality had been down and we had been seeing this whole thing with ICE, right? And sure enough, now it seems like they're teeter-tottering or going somewhere else. And here now this mess pop up in Michigan. So family, be careful out there. Walk together in groups. Stay together with each other because, again, the enemy is a roaring lion openly seeking to devour. They ain't looking around in no tall grass nowhere. They right there looking for you to be easily to catch. Make yourself inaccessible. Right. That's what I got for y'all today, family. Again, thank you. For walking this road with your brother. We will talk to y'all soon. And as always, and until next time, look to find the beauty in a different view.